What is going on, everybody? Back at it again with another video, the second video today. And, I just wanted to get out the last video because just to share my thoughts and opinions. This video is the What If Flyers edition. Yesterday, if you haven't already, check out that video. The link will probably be at the end of the video. So if you watch the whole thing, you could just go right to the next one. I did a What If Sixers edition yesterday. Today, What If Flyers edition. So basically, it was just a 2-episode thing where I put my thoughts and opinions on where I think the Flyers and the Sixers would have gone if the season would have played out. So at the time of the postponement, the Flyers were 41-21-7 with 89 points. They were second in the Metropolitan Division, one point behind Washington. We just got done playing Boston, which we lost 2-0. We went then the day they postponed the NHL. We were supposed to play the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa. Obviously, would have been a much harder game because we're not that good of a road team as we are at home. I don't know where the Flyers would have went. I'm going to say it how I wanted and how I honestly thought it was going to play out. Now, remember, at the time of this, there was no JVR and there was no Phil Myers for probably until playoffs. There was 13 games left, and we played a couple solid teams. We played Tampa. We played, teams like that. We played Pittsburgh at home on the 29th. I was actually supposed to be there. I was supposed to be there for a doubleheader. I was going to go to the Pittsburgh Flyers game at 12 and then go to Chickies, watch the Phillies game at 4, and then go to the Sixers game at 7:30. Obviously, I didn't. I was here, probably recording a video. But, this sucks. I just want to put that out there. I really thought the Flyers were going to have a very good run at the Cup. I'm not saying they were going to win. I'm saying that they had a shot. They had a better shot than anybody thought they were going to this season. Not this early. What Alain Vigneault has done with this hockey team is something that I couldn't have thought this early in their careers. Travis Konechny was a first-time All-Star. You had Sean Couturier, probably as the runner-up in the Selke Trophy. You had Giroux, putting the puck in the back of the net. You had Voracek doing that. You had 4 solid lines of hockey. You had Hayes. Just got this shirt in yesterday. But you had Hayes. You had Konechny and Lawton on the third line, or on the second line. On the third line, you had JVR before he went out. You had Raffle. You had all these guys. And then you went out at the trade deadline. You got Nate Thompson. You get those guys. Carter Hart was playing at an elite level of hockey, especially for how young he is. I really thought the Flyers were going to go deep into the playoffs. I didn't think they were going to win the Cup this year. As much as I would want them to, I just didn't see it happening. Not this young in their careers. I don't even think they would have gone to the Cup. But, I do think we win the Metro. I think we do beat out the Capitals for the Metropolitan Division. They were falling apart. Pittsburgh wasn't playing the best. And the Flyers were just at an elite level of hockey for a good... They were on a 10-game winning streak before they lost to Boston, of all teams, the best team in the NHL. And yes, it would have been tough to go to play Boston one night and then go to the very next night and play Tampa Bay. I understand that. But I think we probably would have bounced back even if we lost those 2 games. I say we win the game on, the very next game after that. I can't really remember. At the time, I knew every game. I knew who was playing who, when Carter was playing, when he wasn't playing, when Phil Myers was coming back, when JVR was coming. I don't really know now because now it's April 10th. The Flyers should already be in their third game of playoff hockey right now. Honestly, they should be. We should be on the road portion of the first round of the playoffs. And if we win the Metro, I think we play Carolina in the first round. Now, in round one, it's Philly versus Carolina. We played them like a couple weeks prior to the playoffs. We beat them like 5-2, something like that. We blew them out. It was like 4-1, 5-2, something like that. I think the Flyers win this series 4-1. I don't think it's very close. I think Carolina gets a game at home, but I think we sweep them in the Wells Fargo Center. We win the first two. We win the first two. We lose the third game. We win the fourth, and then we win the fifth. That's how I think this series goes. I don't really think it's very close. Carolina has dealt with a lot of injury, and their goaltenders have been injured all year round. They were on their third string. They were on their third goaltender on the current roster. They went with an emergency goalie one game. They were really banged up as in the goaltender position. And there was really not much you could do about that. I don't know when their starter was going to get back. I think it was Peter Mrazek. I'm not really sure. But who knows when he would have gotten back? And even if he did get back, how much of an impact would he have made, considering he hasn't played hockey in like a month? So I think the Flyers win this round pretty easily. We advance to the semifinals. Flyers win the series 4-1. Round 2. Flyers versus Capitals. Now, we owned Washington in the regular season. We beat them 3 times out of 4, and the only game we lost, I'm pretty sure it was in overtime. We beat them twice in Washington, and we only lost to them once in Philly. But the other time in Philly, we beat them. We beat them like 3-1, 4-1. This series goes down to the wire. I say it goes 7 games in Philadelphia. Now this is obviously my dream, scenario with all these teams. With the Sixers, it wasn't their season. You could tell. They couldn't win a road game. They were just awful all year round. Like it was just not their year. But with the Flyers, this is my dream scenario. Flyers beat the Washington Capitals in 7 games in OT 4-3. That is my dream scenario. That is how I wanted. If there was going to be a Washington versus Flyers series, that is how I would exactly want it to go. Flyers beat the Caps in Game 7 in Philadelphia in overtime. That is 100% how I would want that to go. And if you go back to a couple of my Flyers videos, I made a Flyers video on when they beat the Capitals the last time. And you could tell, like, I was so into hockey. I've never been that big of a hockey fan. I've never been like, oh my God, the Flyers are playing tonight. I can't do anything else. I have to watch that. I've never been that type of person, but with this team, I made it a priority to watch that. I made it like literally my job to sit in front of the TV, to analyze hockey, to learn the game, and to watch it. I watched every Flyers game this season up until, the postponement. I went to a few. Down the stretch, I went to a little bit more than I did in the beginning. I went to the home opener. I saw Carter Hart's only shutout. I saw them beat the Caps. I saw them beat the Hurricanes. I saw them beat the Rangers. I haven't seen a loss in Wells Fargo Center all year round. I've missed 2 Sixers games, and those are the only 2 games that they lost all year at home. I haven't seen a loss from the Sixers or the Flyers. So when I went, I usually tried to pick the best team because we usually beat them. Because I don't know what it is. When I was there, they just didn't lose. And I made it a priority to pick the best teams out and go to those games to see if my luck works. And it did. 100% of the time it worked. I don't know if it's a luck factor or we're just really good at home. It could be a little bit of both. Or I just pick games to go to well. I don't know. But getting back to this, round 3, the conference finals, the Eastern Conference Finals. As you all can expect, Philly versus Boston. Now, before this video, I was debating on whether they were going to lose in 6 games or 7 games because I don't see us beating Boston. Now, we could get swept. We could lose in 5. But this is my dream scenario. This is where I think and hoped the Flyers would have been. And I think the Flyers honestly lose in 7 games because I can't see us losing in 6. I don't see us getting swept either just because it's at home. I don't see us losing a series at home. I just can't see it. I even sent it to a couple of my friends. I was like, does this look right? And they were like, I don't think we lose at home. I was like, yeah, I don't think we lose at home either. So I changed it from 4-2 to 4-3. We're just a lot better of a hockey team at home that I just don't think we lose that game. I just can't see it. Now, I'm not a hockey expert. I've never been. This is the first year I've been very intently watching the Flyers. I love the team. I have them tattooed on my leg. But this is how I would have hoped and how I honestly, personally thought that the Flyers season was going to end. In Game 7 in Boston, we lose. We probably lose like 4-1. I don't think it's close. I think they put their foot down and they just roll over us. We're a young, inexperienced hockey team come playoff time. But for years to come, I think the Flyers could easily be the next team to win a championship. Easily. In the city of Philadelphia. Let me know your comments down below. Am I right? Am I getting a little bit, far-fetched? Let me know your comments down below. Also, leave a like so we can push this out to great Philadelphia fans like yourselves. If you haven't seen my What If Sixers video, go check that out. I posted it yesterday. And I also posted a video right before this one. This video will probably air an hour and a half after the first video. So with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'm out. Peace. Make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe button also.